All right, we're kind of at halftime, I guess, of this match. Everybody taking a quick breather as we head towards the fifth game. And you get the sense now, I think, now that they have gotten the two games where Loffredo and Moore had to play the goalie position, you get the sense now that Ryan Moore is ready to really start sinking his teeth into this match. There is $5,000 at stake here, folks. The winner of this is going to take home $5,000 in cash. As fans, of course, those of you watching around the world, and of course me sitting here commentating it, we all kind of hope this thing's going to go down to a ninth and final game. 4-4 in the ninth game. Tournament director Phil Grable, I suppose, will have to determine if it's win by 2 in that ninth game, but we'll let you know when we get to that point.
I had that big stroke like you did, and I really tried to hit it fast. Total racing.
So we have Maryland State Championships coming up in a couple of weeks, and then, of course, in March at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas, Mary Moore and IFP will be hosting the annual Hall of Fame Classic, always one of the highlights on the annual tournament schedule. Great play, and of course we'll be inducting the newest Hall of Famers as well. And that, of course, is Ryan Moore's mother, Mary, who runs that tour and does such an outstanding job. And don't forget to put that event on your tournament schedule. Flamingo Hotel, I believe that's March 12th. And Ryan Moore able to come out, opening up this fifth game, and find that straight hole off a pull shot set for the first time. Of course, Ryan, the great snake shooter, but also a very good pull shot, and wins tournaments using that pull shot. But coming out here in Game 5, very focused. Loffredo with that quick runner pass, and the quick long pull shot off the roll to even it up at 1 apiece. Ryan Moore comes around with the fake, with the John Wayne, and then strokes home the long pull shot. Yeah. 2-1 lead here in Game 5. 3 games to 1 lead for Loffredo and Reese, and Loffredo will get another possession here, but Flowers able to take it away. You would think when you have this configuration with the two all-time great players playing the forward positions, in Loffredo and Moore, that it's going to come down to basically a battle of the fives, because they're both going to shoot the ball pretty well. And Reese shooting it pretty well. Knocks it home from goal. So after a slow start, Alan Reese has really heated up. Alan, of course, co-sponsored by the good guys over there at Kent Wilson Ford in North Carolina. Ryan Moore for the lead. And brings it over as if to do a John Wayne. Hovered, looked, and then just knocked it in because it was open. It's 3-2. And that one hopped up into the air. Ryan had a chance to grab it. Loffredo able to pick it up again on the 5. Quick wall pass blocked by Moore. And Loffredo tried to bounce it and go through the lane. Couldn't hold on to it. It comes back to Blowers. It's the battle in Atlanta. Best 5 games out of 9. $5,000 to the winner. Ryan Moore can give his team a 4-2 lead. He has come out with the pull shot and gone 3 for 3 so far. Ryan jokes it down the middle. 4 for 4, and it's 4-2. Ryan Moore making the adjustment, comes out, switches shots, it doesn't miss a shot, at least so far, and has his team up in this 5th game, 4-2, as they look to get back in the match. And you can see in the demeanor and the body language, and just the way he said yes, that Ryan Moore is into it now. Loffredo able to brush this one down, can pull his team back within one. Let's see if we get the score in the switch here. There's the score. Loffredo thinking about it, and then decides to stay up there and defend against the 5 of Moore. It is 4-3 here in game 5. And Ryan with that good, quick wall pass has a chance to make it 3-2 in favor of Loffredo and Reese. Ryan, a couple of fakes. And a perfect shooting game here in game 5 for Ryan Moore. Leads to a 5-3 victory, and it's now 3-2 in favor of Loffredo and Reese. Of course, in 2 weeks, you can watch at netfoos.tv as we bring you the Maryland State Championships. And then 4 weeks after that in Las Vegas, the Hall of Fame Classic at the Flamingo Hotel. We'll bring you live coverage of that as well. As we open up game number 6, Ryan Moore, Chris Blowers on the left, on Loffredo, Alan Reese on the right. Loffredo will have the first scoring opportunity as he sets up the pull shot against Blowers. And able to rattle that one home. It's 1-0.
Right.
Loffredo and Reese leading 3-2 in a race to 5 games. That quick wall pass, boy, nobody does it better, especially off that stop, than Ryan Moore, who has hit his last 5 shots, all of them pulls. He'll set up the pull shot here again. Fake the John Wayne. Again, and stroke it down the middle. What a beautiful shot by Ryan Moore as he faked the John Wayne twice, then squared off the split. Not an easy shot to do, but he made it look easy, and we're even at 1 here in the 6th game. Loffredo tried to go back along that inside wall. And for Todd, it really comes down to, can he at least stay close to Ryan on the 5? And so far he has, because you know Todd's going to score the ball when he gets it. He scores the ball against everybody. It's rare. Seldom do you ever see Todd Loffredo get blocked more than, say, 50%. He is just such a great shooter. 1-1, 6th game, 3-2 lead for Loffredo and Reese. And that one knocked back into the goal. It's 2-1, so a break there as Ryan got a man on it off the outside wall and in. But Loffredo, again, that smooth runner. Something his old partner Scotty Weidman used with such great effect for so many years. Something that probably initially came from another Colorado player, Tom Spear. Such a tradition of foosball in the state of Colorado, and of course that's where Todd Loffredo is from, and that's where Ryan Moore, who is a Kentuckian by birth and certainly learned to play the game and perfected his game there, but now lives in Aurora, Colorado, and that's 7 in a row from Ryan Moore. Ryan on fire with a pull shot. 3-1 lead for Moore and Blowers. Loffredo can't pick it up, then knocks it backwards, does retrieve it on his 5, and he'll look to advance it once again, which he does smoothly through the lane. And Loffredo comes back with that rolling pull shot again to make it 3-2. Right now it's pull shot versus pull shot. .2 lead for Moore and Blowers, and a rare misexecution there by Ryan on that wall pass. Alan Reese has it stolen away by Ryan. Again, he has hit 7 pull shots in a row. Fakes the John Wayne and then finds the hole with that John Wayne, and he does it a little bit differently than other players, other pole shooters who use that particular option. He brings it over and oftentimes kind of hesitates to give you time to get off that hole. To me, he has the best John Wayne I think I've ever seen, and Loffredo, of course, with perhaps the best pull shot we've ever seen, strokes home the long, and again, no switch. Loffredo staying up there defensively on the 5 against Moore. And Ryan now can even this match up at 3 games apiece. What a pole shooting exhibition we are seeing on both sides of the table as Ryan Moore knocks home his 9th consecutive pull shot, and we are tied up at 3 games apiece. So it's been quite a match so far. Loffredo and Reese got off to that 3-1 lead, but then Ryan Moore, as expected, really came alive, switched to his pull shot, has hit his last 9 pull shots in a row. We'll see if that continues. We also have to take a look to see if at some point Todd Loffredo is going to get back there in a defensive position to try to derail the red-hot Mr. Moore. Todd Loffredo, Alan Reese on the left side. Ryan Moore, Chris Blowers on the right, and here we go. Game number 7 underway, tied up at 3 games apiece. Todd Loffredo will have the first scoring opportunity as he sets up the pull shot and finds the straight hole. So right now, Todd Loffredo can't afford to miss a shot. And of course, he's fully capable of doing what Ryan Moore is doing right now, and that is not missing. Three games apiece. The winner of this match takes home $2,500 per man, a total of $5,000. The loser gets a handshake. Ryan looking for his 10th consecutive pull shot. Moore fakes, and strokes it home. It's 1-1.
You can't tell anybody. Ready?
Question there from Alan Reese as to how long Ryan Moore took on that particular possession. The referee, Ben Rivera, the 1979 Super Doubles champion, said he took about 9 seconds, but there is no clock, and I don't think Ryan took too much time on that possession. And stolen away here by Loffredo. And of course, as we talked about just a little while ago, the 5-row is everything right now for these two because neither of them are missing very much. Although Blauer's able to block this one and take it away. Chris Blowers, we're tied up at 3 games, tied up at 1 goal apiece here in game number 7 in a race to 5 games. Hello to Linda Lee watching up in Canada. And I believe perhaps Mr. Billy Pappas is out there checking in as well. That chip angle by Loffredo, whose 5 has been very good. Loffredo for the lead, again to the straight hole. Again, Chris Blowers looking to the heavens for help. But this man here has made his last 10 pull shots in a row. That one blocked back towards the goal by Moore. Sent up the table by Reese and dug out by Blowers. It's 2-1 in favor of Loffredo and Reese here in the 7th game. I hope you're enjoying all of this action from Atlanta. And that one off a man and in for Blowers, who gets on the scoreboard here in game 7. It's 2-2. Boy, we love to see a 9th and final game. Todd Loffredo. Again, tried to go inside. Blowers this time able to get a man on it and take it away. Shot down the middle and then right back into the goal off the 5-row of Loffredo. There is a reason why Todd Loffredo and Ryan Moore are 2 of perhaps the 5 greatest players in the history of American table soccer, and certainly on the list of all-time international players as well. It's their focus, their intensity, their percentage of execution. And if you look at both these gentlemen right now, and again it's Ryan Moore with 11 in a row. But you look at Loffredo, the focus on his face, you look at Ryan Moore and what's going on with him right now and the intensity and the focus, and you understand what makes these 2 guys such great champions.
What's the timeout? 1-0. Okay, set?
Yep.
Three. Game 7, Loffredo puts it back into play, has it taken away by Ryan Moore. Ryan always looking at that good fast wall. If it's there, he can get it there so quickly. Loffredo baited him for it, then took it away. Ryan stabs it on goal. Reese keeps it out, but the rebound comes back to Moore. Ryan, I believe, looking for his 12th consecutive pull shot score. Ryan, again, faking the John Wayne and stroking home the pull shot. It is 4-3. Loffredo gently through the lane. Big shot here for Todd. And Blowers able to get a man on it. Perhaps Loffredo wanted to wait just that extra beat. Take a little of the energy away from Blowers, but Todd went with a little quicker effort, and Blowers was there to make the block. Sends it up the table, comes back to Loffredo. Left hook attempt, Karams towards the goal. Blowers keeps it out and holds it in. 4-3 lead for Moore and Blowers here in Game 7. Fired on goal by Chris, picked up by Moore, who can give his team a 4-3 lead, and he does.
It's like one of those things, you feel the misconnection and you know it's wrapping around.
Yeah, you get used to practicing.
Well, as we head to the 8th game, there is one question that's out there, pretty obvious, and that's why is Todd Loffredo not switching into the goalie position in defensive situations? He really has to. It is 4-3 in favor of Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers. They have won the last 3 games in a row after falling behind 3-1. But when a guy makes, I believe it's 13 consecutive shots from his 3-rod, in other words, he's had 13 possessions, 13 pull shots, and he has scored all of them. When a guy does that, you are going to come back from 3-1 deficits, and you potentially are on your way to victory. So something has to be done. An adjustment has to be made on the right side of the table. And to me, that means Todd Loffredo certainly giving Ryan Moore a different look defensively in defensive situations. Well, let's see what happens. And you can see Loffredo showing Alan Reese what he would do defensively. Always teaching. Truly one of the great coaches in the world of table soccer. But that man, Ryan Moore, quite possibly right now with the semi-retirement at the very least of Frederic Collignon, perhaps Ryan Moore has got to be considered, if not the best player in the world, certainly right there. Here we go, a game that Todd Loffredo and Alan Reese must win. But the pass attempt taken away by Moore. Ryan hard along that inside wall. Right now, Ryan Moore nearly impossible to stop. Looking for his, I believe, 14th in a row. Looking at the John Wayne and finding it.
Yeah.
1-0 lead for Moore and Blowers. An adjustment has to be made on that right side of the table. Let's see if we get a score and a switch here. It would certainly be the time for it. First, Todd's got to score, which he does. And I think he's just going to leave him back there. And again, we'll get another possession. Ryan, again, the fake of the John Wayne. And there's a block by Reese. It has been a while. Ryan had not missed a shot in 3 games. Ryan does take it away here from Todd. Loffredo needs to dig on the defensive 5, and he does as he takes it away. Now looks to advance it. Tried to pass it down the middle, couldn't connect. Blowers able to pick it up. Remember, this game must be won by Todd Loffredo and Alan Reese if the match is going to continue. And of course, everybody in the room, except for the 2 guys on the left side of the table, want to see it go to a 9th game, but Blowers able to plant that one in the back of the goal. It's 2-1.
Ready?
And Loffredo.
How did you draw? I said he didn't even move. I said he
And Blowers, I think, called the jar on himself.
That's pretty hard.
And you've got to admire that sportsmanship. Something you'll see quite often, of course, in Europe. But on a tornado table, you don't see that too often. The referee, Ben Rivera, did not call it. Chris Blowers called it on himself. The ball awarded to Loffredo, who will put it back into play and look to tie it up. But Blowers, with the good karma, able to block it and take it away. It is amazing, and I'm sure many of you have experienced it. When you do give up a jar, when you do give up any call, it 9 times out of 10, it comes back in your favor, it seems. Loffredo able to get this one through. Boy, if ever a situation called for a score and a switch, it's this one here. And of course, you always got to get that score first. Loffredo does, but there's just not even a thought of a switch. 2-2. Although Alan Reese did make the block on the last possession by Ryan Moore, who I think reeled off 14 in a row, and Loffredo makes the block here on the 5. Todd pokes it, as does Ryan Moore, and it rebounds back to the 3-rod. Ryan for the lead. Strokes that one home again. It's 3-2.
Yep.
3-2 lead for Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers. Loffredo with a big block there. Moore trying to grab it and angled it on goal. Reese somehow kept it out and then kept possession of the ball. But Ryan able to pick up the loose ball here. Ryan Moore. Reese with a block. Moore with a hustling rebound. We'll get another chance here. All the momentum right now certainly on the left side of the table. And it all started when Ryan Moore switched to his pull shot in Game 5. It's match point. Ryan Moore, Chris Blowers, one ball away from $5,000. That one sent wide of the goal by Reese. Allen able to keep that one out again. Ryan Moore just playing with such confidence right now. Both forwards hustle after it. Loffredo able to dig it out and quickly convert. And again, no thought of a switch. But it remains match point for Ryan Moore, and Chris Blowers and Ryan will call timeout.
Jason sometimes. You know that one right after the jar? There was another one where he was flying around. He didn't say a word. I saw you look up. Putting pressure on you.
I'm an expert. I don't really appreciate it. It's hard. This is kind of the soul foosball is, where this is beside the line. Like we talked about before, it's kind of broken.
You all have to go to sleep. It's just hard when you get into a piece on ourselves.
And there you go. We've got Todd Loffredo moving back defensively for the first time in this run by Ryan Moore. Ryan will look to pass it against Alan Reese. He does along the wall, and Ryan can win it right here, looking to win the battle in Atlanta. Shooting against Todd Loffredo, Ryan Moore. Tried to stroke the long, taken away by Todd. So, Reese and Loffredo still alive. That one knocked off the wall. Reese couldn't grab it. Picked up here by Blowers, who did contribute a score early in this game. But Todd Loffredo back there now defensively. On goal, picked up here by Reese, and I would think you'd call the timeout here, but no, Reese is going to pass it, and Reese is going to catch it. And now he's going to call timeout and bring Loffredo back to forward. Wow. Alan Reese grabbed it on the 5, and generally when you're using that particular strategy, you call the timeout there to bring your superstar back up to forward. Instead, Alan went with a pass, executed an unorthodox but effective one, grabbed it, called timeout, and now Loffredo can return to forward with a chance to tie this 8th game up at 4 apiece. Let's see if Ryan Moore now moves back, and he does. So he's going to step back to defend against the pull shot of Loffredo. So here it is. 2 of the great players of all time will go head-to-head here in this situation, with Loffredo and Reese having an opportunity to tie this 8th game up at 4 apiece. They were down 4-2 and now look to score 2 in a row to even it, as it'll be Loffredo versus Moore. Todd puts it into play, brings it across, sets up the pull shot. Tried to come down the middle, blocked. Rebound caroms back to Loffredo on the 5. Todd looking at the left hook, instead passes it along that near wall. Again, shooting against Moore. Loffredo finds the hole down the middle. It's 4-4. Let's see what they're going to do on the right side here. You really have to get Loffredo back there, don't you?
The ball didn't come back.
It remains match point for Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers. Todd Loffredo indeed has moved back into defensive position as Ryan puts the ball into play. Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers get this one, they win. If Reese and Loffredo can score this ball, we go to a 9th and final game. Todd Loffredo sends that one up the table off Reese's 3-rod towards the goal, picked up here by Blowers. They do have a timeout remaining. We're talking about Reese and Loffredo, so if Allen does get possession, he can bring the great Todd Loffredo back into the forward position. But Ryan Moore able to pick this one up, and Ryan, generally when he has it on the 5, very shortly thereafter, the ball ends up on his 3-rod, just like that, and he's got a chance to win the match. Ryan will shoot the snake shot against Loffredo. Todd. That slow shuffle, switch. Ryan walking it, looking, taking his time. Tried to come back down the middle, blocked. The ball hops up into the air, then spins up the table back to Blowers. 4-4 here in the 8th game. A shot attempt blocked by Reese back towards the goal. Blowers again in possession, sent up the table, kept out nicely by Loffredo. Todd with a shot attempt. He'll get another opportunity here. Todd, pass attempt. Blowers able to pick up the rebound. Todd basically trying to pass to himself. If Allen can catch that, he'll call timeout and bring Loffredo up there to shoot the pull shot. That one blocked back towards the goal by Reese. Again, Chris Blowers in possession. Chris from the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and Reese. Can he dig this one out? Yes, he can. You would think he's going to call timeout. He does. And Loffredo will return to forward with a chance to send it to game number 9. Ryan Moore steps back into defensive position, trying to keep Todd Loffredo out of the goal, as Todd will attempt to send this match, the battle in Atlanta, down to one final game for $5,000. Todd Loffredo brings it across, sets up the pull shot, and strokes it home. It's 4 games apiece. Ryan Moore, Chris Blowers on the right side of your screen. Todd Loffredo, Alan Reese on the left. One game to see who will be the champion of the battle in Atlanta. And here we go. Ryan Moore, possession on his 5-rod. Ryan crisply through the lane. You've always got to watch for the wall pass of Ryan Moore, which opens up that lane. He takes advantage of it here, sets up the pull shot, shooting against Alan Reese. Moore comes with that John Wayne, and you saw Reese reading the situation correctly, came back to get the block. Rebound comes to Loffredo. Todd, pass along that near wall, knocked down and then stolen nicely by Ryan. Moore, quick wall pass. Loffredo takes it right back. Todd, rush pass crisply through the lane. Loffredo can give his team a 1-0 lead, and he does with that quick set straight effort. 1-0 lead here in the 9th game for Todd Loffredo and Alan Reese. Ryan, there it is, that good, hard, fast wall pass. Ryan has built his 5-rod completely around that wall and then utilizes other options to keep you honest, and it has been very effective for him, as has the pull shot in this match. But Reese with a second block in a row, but Allen can't hold on to the rebound. Cannot give Ryan more extra shots. But Reese again with a block. That's 3 in a row. Of course, Ryan had his success shooting the ball in the middle part of this match off that pull shot set by taking his time, which I assume he'll do here. No, he's going with the quick shot again. Reese was there. 1-0 lead here in the 9th game for Loffredo and Reese. Ryan, though, staying aggressive. And Todd Loffredo, overplaying the wall, takes it away. Loffredo, whose 5 has been very good throughout the match. And Todd Loffredo's 5 is good. His success rate is very high. Again, through the lane, he can give his team a 2-0 lead as he brings it across against Blowers. What a match this has been. Todd again to the straight hole. It's 2-0, and we've got a timeout. What a roller coaster ride of a match it has been. Loffredo and Reese were up 3-1 at one point. Then it went to 4-3 in favor of Moore and Blowers, and they had a 4-2 lead in the 8th game. What a great comeback in that game by Loffredo and Reese. In fact, they have scored the last 5 points in a row in this match. And they're up 2-0 here in the 9th game. Again, that quick wall pass. Ryan perhaps trying to rush things just a little bit too much. When he does take his time, whether it's on the snake shot, whether it's on the pull shot, or on the 5, he is nearly unstoppable. And Loffredo with a pickup here. Todd can make it 3-0, and he does. What a great match it has been. Well, we're going to have to see another comeback if it's going to be Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers who come out on top. And Loffredo somehow gets a man on that to block it and take it away. That is just a great read by Todd. And the left hook. It's match point.
Ready?
Match point, and that is 7 goals in a row for Loffredo and Reese. And it looks like Ryan Moore has simply just run out of gas in this situation. Although you would never count out a guy who is perhaps the greatest player in the world on Tornado. But a chance to win it here. But Loffredo shot attempt blocked by Blowers and then picked up by Moore. And Ryan can't grab the pass on the other end. Pass down the middle here by Loffredo. Todd again for the win. Looking to win the battle in Atlanta. Todd Loffredo. Misfires. Gets it back. Trying to go straight. Blowers keeps his team's hopes alive by blocking it and taking it away. So when we went to the 9th game, everyone hoped this thing was going to go down to the wire. But right now, it is Loffredo and Reese completely in control, up 4-0 in game number 9. Alan Reese That might be appropriate for Allen to put it away, as he's the man who kind of made this all come together. Flowers able to fire one home. It's 4-1.
Ready?
Yeah.
4-1 lead, but again, Loffredo with another opportunity to win it here. Todd Loffredo will bring it across. Set it up. Fakes, and then strokes home the long, and there it is. Todd Loffredo and Alan Reese outlast Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers in 9 games to win the battle in Atlanta.
I couldn't get back off the rhythm, man. The rhythm, I could give it.
Congratulations. Good playing. Good playing.
Yeah, I can't get off the rhythm straight, so I hated it. Like,
All right, we can all take a deep breath now. That was a heck of a match that it looked like on several occasions that you guys were going to be out of it. Great comeback in the 8th game. You jumped out to a 3-1 lead in games. They came back to go up 4-3 as Ryan Moore, I believe, hit 14 straight pull shots. Then somehow you pull out game number 8 to take it to a 9th game, which you dominate. Todd, talk about a little bit about how you feel.
Well, I feel great. You know, my partner came up with a key 5-bar block. I was a little better on Ryan's 5 this time than in the past. That was a big difference. It was nice. It's nice that he was getting drilled and then just stuck with it and found a way. I was trying to tell him, don't panic. This is what's happening. I got it going.
After a somewhat of a slow start in some ways for you personally, you really did turn it around. You played some great D down the stretch, as your partner said, made some big key plays, played some very smart foosball. And it's the man who kind of got this whole thing going. How do you feel? We literally have had players from 30 different countries. I think this is going to be one of the biggest viewed streams in the history of foosball. All because you decided you wanted to call out Ryan Moore in Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young buck, man. Like I said, I got the best in the world. Made a lot of mistakes. Todd talked me through it. Blocked about 4 good shots. One I dropped and lost. Todd carried me. We did have a 3-2. Then, Ryan started lighting up. I was containing it. That's why I went to the pull. Then I started catching his time a little bit, and that helped us. Then Todd started shooting 95%, so it's hard to beat the man when he shoots that higher percentage.
Talk a little bit about what a thrill it is to play with a guy like this, and the things you, I'm sure, learned during the course of the match, and what it's like, and I'm sure it's something you'll always remember.
Man, it's unreal. I mean, this dude is the best. I don't care what anybody says. Today was a big day.
It's fun. And I told him, you're going to get your money's worth today. That adrenaline's going to hit you. You're not going to know what to do.
And I was so tight, my elbow got to hurt. And I said, you're a little hyped up. Ligaments hurt a little bit. And, as long as I was clearing the ball and I didn't give it the hammer over, I was good. Todd.
Yeah, as I was watching the match early on, there were some nerves. Chris was laughing and having fun, but about halfway through the match, things got real serious and very intense, and Ryan got very serious.
Real quiet.
But Ryan played a great match, but you guys really down the stretch. I think you scored 7 of the last 8 goals, actually 8 of the last 9 goals to win the match, and really that's what it comes down to.
2 big balls in that last match. The biggest ball was when we're up 1-0. He blocks it and then turns it over. Just kind of lost it, wasn't paying attention, and then he blocked it. That was huge because I blocked his next pass, and that just took the wind out of his sails.
This right here really steps your game up. Playing the local people I play, you can play him, you can play Ryan Moore, right? He's a monster. He showed me some stuff that, video is badly mistaken.
I was trying to tell him on the phone, I go, you bit off an awful lot here. I go, I know you see him doing certain percentage things, but believe me, it's because it's there. It's not because he's just deciding to do 60.
Well, congratulations, guys. In fact, I've got some money for you. You might want to count it just in case, but here is $5,000 in cash for the winners of the battle in Atlanta. It has been a great day of table soccer here in Atlanta.
really a historic day based on what we're seeing as far as viewership all around the world and, of course, here in person as well. Congratulations again, guys. Thank you.